Good morning, everyone. This is the Doctor. It's another beautiful Monday morning here in the Pacific Northwest. I hope you guys are all having a great start to your week. We are going to be rolling out our new format, and we're going to be checking out Odin today, you guys. Now, for those of you that don't know, Odin should be coming out either this week or next week. There's some theories floating out there that it's going to be Odin this week and it's going to be Kitone and Whisper the following week. So we might see Odin as soon as this week, you guys. He's literally the best Esper and one of the best cards in the entire game. So let's go ahead and jump in here and look specifically at what makes him good and what type of build you should be making for him in the future. So first of all, for his evocation, he does have Zantetsuken, which is going to be a physical slashing attack damage, which deals significant non-elemental damage to targets in an area, and for a few turns, increases critical rate for allies for 3 turns. So that's going to be like any of the other Espers that are going to give that buff. The whole room is going to change a certain color, and you're going to get that crit rate buff. I couldn't find specific information on what the critical hit rate is, but I'm sure as everything becomes updated, we will eventually be able to figure that out. In terms of his resistances, he is resistant to nothing, and he has weaknesses to nothing because he is our first non-elemental Esper. So what that means is we're going to be able to level him up with any Magicite that we want, which is just fantastic. We're going to be able to use anything left over, and we're going to be able to get him leveled up very quickly. We're going to be able to 2-star him quickly. He's going to be one of those units that's just going to be so useful, so incredible. The moment you pull him, you're going to be like, yes, like I finally freaking got him. So let's take a look at his stats. As most of you guys probably aren't going to be able to max him right away, except for most of the whales out there. Let's take a look at his base stats, because his base stats are really interesting compared to other Espers. He's going to have an HP of 412, TP of 28, AP of 32, Dexterity of 38, an Attack of 53, Magic of 24, and an Agility of 15. Now, what's really interesting to note here is that the base agility is so high for Odin. He gets plus 15 base agility, which there are some Espers that don't even get that when they're fully capped out. So even if you just have a naked Odin maxed resonance with someone, there's a potential there could be more agility there than actually what another unit might be able to provide. So in terms of agility, I would definitely recommend Odin for his agility. In terms of his max stats, he does get HP 823 and attack plus 80, which is reasonable. Of course, that's not going to be the highest stat transfer, but that HP plus is generous. His agility does only max out at 19, which is going to be okay as well. He actually gets pretty high starting AP at 32 and caps at 40. Again, he's not going to have the highest AP either, but it's something to think about in terms of relevant stats. So overall, he's going to be more of a speedy, attacking, HP and AP unit. Is kind of the way that you can think about Odin. If you were lucky enough to pull him, even naked, I would be putting him on my primary team because that agility is so nice. He's going to have such good abilities, and we're going to jump in and take a look at what abilities he has right now. So along the left side here, you see we of course have the Summoning Magic level 2. We get Accuracy plus 7, Slashing Resistance plus 15%. Bird Killer, that just goes out the window, but that's a beefy 25% Bird Killer. If there's ever an event where we have to kill a bird, I promise you Odin is going to be the best at slaughtering all of the birds. We get the standard Evasion plus 7, Slashing Attack plus 15%, Man-Eater plus a wonderful 25%, Attack plus 7%, and Shooting Resistance plus 15%. So when you're looking at this, you only have access to 426 SP when he's fully leveled. So the question is, what do you prioritize? So I think there's kind of 3 builds here that you can prioritize for Odin. The first build is going to be the Man-Eater build. You're going to go for that full 25% Man-Eater. That's going to be the most potent attack buff you could give to any character in the game, whether you're in PvP or otherwise. You're going to be able to branch out. You're going to catch some of that attack plus nodes, some of those slashing attack plus nodes, and you're going to throw all your leftover SP into that Evasion Plus and Slash Resist if you can. Evasion Plus first because that's a cheap benefit that you can easily grab. The Evasion plus 3 or plus 4, whatever the first one is only 10 SP. That is so worth it. Even if you're doing nothing else in your build, you should always be grabbing that low tier Evasion there. The other build for him I would definitely recommend is going to be defensive. And I look at this in terms of missile resistance and slash resistance. There's no other Esper that has both of these resistances on them. He has a beefy evasion +7, which is standard, and then with whatever else you can throw it into Maneater, make sure that whatever unit you're putting this on is going to get some enhanced damage. It's going to be really nice, and I think seeing him as a defensive Esper is going to be something that people don't plan for, right? Like, they see an Odin, or they plan for an Odin, and nobody ever really plans for that resistance or that damage resistance. And when it comes in at 15% for both, and you can max out both, that's really potent, especially on a character like Whisper, when we talk about how much innate base defense she has against these things. With Whisper, you could easily be pushing plus 50% shooting resistance or slashing resistance with Odin on her. Finally, I think the third build, which is going to be the most powerful build, is going to be the hybrid build. And that's, of course, going to be Maneater first, and then focus on the evasion +7 for that low-cost, high payback. But then you go for all of the low-cost SP abilities that are beneficial. So you're going to be going for a little bit of everything. You're going to try to maximize your total percent stats, and you're not going to try to aim for one or the other in terms of maxing out slash attack, maxing out damage. You're going to go for that hybrid build, because that hybrid build is going to both allow you to survive and deal more damage, and it's going to be able to be used on a versatile, different amount of units. But you're also going to have that small amount of survivability, which could be the difference between life and death, depending on what you are doing and how you are using Odin. Now, besides the Esper, we are, of course, getting the Odin card, and the Odin card is, I would say, the single most powerful card that we're going to be getting in Global as well. And I think there's a couple reasons for that. And first and foremost, it's going to be that the effects that Odin grants to the single unit is going to be Maneater, which, of course, is powerful in any PvP. It's going to be powerful in anything that you're going to be doing. And then, of course, the party ability is going to be single attack resistance +10, which is really powerful. And that's not even at its fully maxed out form. This is just at level 1. So no matter what, even at level 1, this is going to be so powerful. Slash attack resistance +10 is going to lower Shuriken's damage, for example, by 10%. So any attack that is physical related or related to attack is going to be lowered by 10%. This will not work on magic attacks, but it doesn't need to. The stats on him are also very high. If you notice, just at level 1 fully maxed, because most of us probably aren't going to be pulling dupes. We're probably not going to be getting max stats from this. HP 220 and attack +94 is very powerful. And especially for a card, this is going to be very, very good. Now, as you level up, you see that you get the Maneater +6 and the single attack resistance +14. And then it eventually maxes out at Maneater +10 and resistance to single attack +20, making it the most powerful card in Global and JP. If you're wondering what the Awakening looks like, it is going to require 125 fragments, so you're going to be having to pull tons of dupes of him. And of course, it's going to be taking a total of all of your rainbow spheres, essentially. Alright, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys are excited for Odin as I am. I know that I will definitely be pulling on his banner to try and get him, and I hope that it'll just be something that maybe he randomly turns up like my Ifrit did, and then I have Ifrit and Odin. So I'm crossing my fingers there, you guys. Make sure you leave a comment in the comment section. I do try really hard to read every single comment that you guys leave. It does mean a lot to me, and this community has been so great, and I really want to know how we're doing in terms of accuracy. I've been trying to focus on my accuracy. We've been trying to change our format. We really want to get out there and make sure we're getting all of the right information to you guys. If you have any other information to add, throw it in the comments section. I'll pin it if I missed anything. And of course, make sure you drop by our Discord. We do have a very large community there, and we do stream every single night. So there are tons of opportunities for you guys to reach out to me. If there's ever anything you guys want to talk about, just swing by and ask. Hope you guys are ready to have a great start to your Monday morning, and have a good one, guys.